Good morning, guys. Please ignore this glitter right here. It's the presents I've been wrapping, so it's a mess. But I wanted to get ready on here and do kind of a Christmas Eve look. So if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate anything else, just Happy Holidays. I'm doing this because my eyelids swell up so much at night. It's ridiculous. So I'm hoping to get that down a little bit. So I'm really excited because I'm going to play around with the Moodstruck Palette 7, and this is the rainbow one. I know when you first look at it, it's super intimidating and you don't quite know what to do, but I promise you can work with this. So I think I'm going to use a combination of colors. So yeah, we're just going to go with it. So we're actually going to start with the eyes. And I'm going to start with my eye primer. This time I'm going to use a real primer and not concealer. So an eye primer, you really don't need a whole lot of product. I would say about that much for both eyes. So primer is really just going to help that color stick on and make it last all day. So on a day like today, you really need that primer. Don't skip out on that. So we're going to start with the eyes. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a crease brush. My brushes are pretty dirty, but this brush, I'm going to go into palette 7, and I'm going to use a shade that could probably intimidate anybody, but it's the shade Clubby, and it's that bright yellow. And you're going to say, oh my god, what is she doing with that bright color? Well, let me show you. So I'm going to pick some up on my brush, and I like this colors like this to brighten up the look, and so I pop it in the crease as a crease color. This brush is so dirty, but anyways, I'm just going to use that kind of as a crease color to brighten that look. And then I bring it down a little bit into the outer V. My nieces have been watching Frozen, and so the "Do you want to build a snowman?" is in my head. So if you hear me humming, that's what I'm humming. So then I'm going to do the other side. Okay, then I'm going to pick up a little bit of that orange, so that shade Theatrical. And pop that, focus that more on the outer crease and outer V. And now I'm going to look for an even smaller crease brush. So something like this. And I'm going to go in with that shade Jazzy, which is that bright blue right there. Isn't this a fun palette to work with? And I'm going to focus that strictly on the outer V. Blend that a little bit. It looks darker once you put it on the lid, doesn't it? Doesn't quite look like a blue. Okay. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Like that. And then if you feel you still need to blend that out a little bit, go back with a crease brush with nothing on it. And just blend that out. Now for the lid, I'm going to go with the shade Electrified. And I think this is a duochrome, but we'll see. So we're going to use, that one's real dirty. find something that's not too dirty. I really should clean my brushes. So we're gonna use a fluffy brush. Dip that in there. Does it have different shades? I can't tell. Ta-da! Okay. I know this doesn't look very Christmassy, but I'm going to be wearing some blue, and so I wanted to wear the blue. Okay. There we go. For some liner, I'm actually going to get a little creative here. I'm going to grab an angled brush like that, and I'm going to grab my blue Epic mascara. Whoopsie. And what I'm going to do is dip this into the mascara. Put that mascara wand back. And then I'm just gonna line with it. And I'm gonna have to pick up some more, obviously. I wish I had a third hand just to hold my stuff while I do this. Is that weird? Is that weird to say? Do you guys ever wish you had a third hand? Like that. I'm so glad that I did my eyes first because that white one kind of fell all over my face. Which is totally fine, but I would have been a little upset if I had just done my face and that happened. So, note to you guys, if you're thinking about this palette, do your eyes first. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do a wing, so I'm gonna wait till I do the rest of my face before I decide that, but it's all possible. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some primer. Actually, let me wipe my face first. The perks of having a towel right by your makeup desk. So I'm using the hydrating primer. You only need a tiny pump of this thing. About that much, and even that was a little too much, but focus it on the areas where you absolutely need it. So if you have dry skin, focus it on those dry patches around the mouth and the forehead. What time is it, guys? I gotta get going soon. Okay, I have time. We're good, we're good. Okay. So put that away. I'm gonna do the spray foundation. So the spray foundation, this is in the shade Scarlet. And I just use a flat top kabuki brush. Okay, 2 sprays for one side of my face is more than enough. Can you see the difference of that? Like, oh my god. Okay. Whoops, I like sprayed my palette. I'll just clean it later, it's okay. Alright. right, so now that we got the foundation on, we're gonna go ahead and do the under eyes. And I'm using the Touch Mineral Concealers. Yeah, Mineral Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer. And I'm using the shade Scarlet again. Where is my concealer brush? I like to apply it with a brush like this. Like so. Same on the other side. Like so. I feel like I went pretty natural on the eyes except for that blue. What do you guys think? Is it good enough for Christmas Eve? I don't know. Should have gone a little bit crazier maybe. Oh well. It's not like we're doing much. We're just gonna be at my mom's house chilling. Opening presents with my nieces. What are your holiday traditions? I want to know. I put some sunscreen, not the Uology sunscreen. I used a different, like just generic grocery store sunscreen, and it always makes my products go on so gross. Gotta blend some extra. Okay. I'm gonna go with some powder, and I'm just using the Airspun powder. Ooh. Tiny bit on the poof for the under eyes. And the rest that's in the lid, I'm gonna spin it with my big powder brush. Oh, I inhaled something gross. I like this powder, but I don't know if it really makes my makeup last. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Okay. Did I get all the parts? Okay. Now, powder's not technically necessary with this foundation because it'll dry, but I like to add that extra coverage, especially today because, you know, we are gonna be up all night and I won't have time to retouch. All right, I'm gonna go in with palette 6 for my brows. I'm just using an eyeliner brush like that. You can use an angled brush, but this is just my preference. And I'm going with the shade Audacious, which is that dark brown right there. I love this palette. You can multitask so many things here. I just love it. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, so I literally just do small strokes of color and then I'll brush it through with this. It really helps when your eyebrows are shaped because then you can just follow that shape that they give you. Then some brow gel. I'm pretty sure I have nothing left in here. Need to get a new one. This is just from Essence. Okay. I'm gonna go back into palette 6 and with an angled brush like this, I'm gonna apply the shade Calm, which is this one right here, and I'm gonna use that as a brow bone highlight. I want to do something else on the eyes, but I don't know if it's going to be too much. I want to play with this, the glitter liner. Okay, so we are going to put some in the crease. Let's see how this goes. I've never done it, but I've been tempted. Okay. Put a tiny bit, just a line. And I'm going to keep my eyes looking down because I don't want that to spread until it's dry. So besides all the glitter and the blue liner, this palette gives you pretty natural looks, don't you think? Okay. Bronzer, beachfront bronzer. Brush like this. Trying to still look down so that my glitter doesn't go all over the place. We'll see how it looks once I am done. Just wait a little longer. Okay. Highlight. Touch a la mode. And the color Benevolent. Okay. Now I'm gonna actually top that off since we're gonna go big or go home, right? I'm gonna top that off with the Laura Mercier baked highlighter. And I like to use a fan brush with the powder highlighters. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I got some concealer on my lips for a purpose. Let me see if I can find that lip liner. So I'm gonna go in with the MAC lip liner in the shade Beat. This one's really old, but gotta use it. And I'm gonna line my lips. And I'm gonna filament too. So besides telling me your favorite holiday tradition, I want you guys to tell me your favorite holiday dish. My favorite tradition is actually in Thanksgiving. So we have our Thanksgiving meal either here or at someone else's house. But when we come back, we set up all our Christmas and Hanukkah decorations, and then we watch a holiday movie. So that's my favorite. You know, after the busy day, just set up the tree. And our tree is pretty simple because we have 2 cats. So we can't necessarily have a bunch of ornaments because they will wreck it. But yeah. Okay. For the rest of the lips, I'm going to apply Stinkin' Rich straight from the bullet. Yes, that is the name of this color, Stinkin' Rich. And we're just going to apply it straight from the bullet. Now does it look full glam? Almost. So I did that straight from the bullet, and then I'm gonna grab my towel. I like to do this with like a paper or a tissue, but I don't have one in here. So you're gonna bite into it, not bite, but like press your lips into it so that the excess color removes from your lips. But like that, and then I like to dab it too, just so the excess of color comes off. So now I'm going to set everything, and I'm using the Behold setting spray. I know you're not supposed to spray it all that much, but I spray it like a maniac. Also, I think I got a bag sprayer because it sprays like one stream, so I have to do it a lot and all over my face. Okay. And to finish off the look, I'm just going with my Epic Blue Mascara. This one was exclusive to the Black Friday deals, so unfortunately you can't get the blue anymore. But you can get it in regular black, waterproof, and brown. Oh, if you haven't noticed, I decided not to do a wing. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Okay, one coat on that one. Yep, I do like to do like 3 coats, let's be honest. Ooh, I love how it turned out. I just spilled a ton of stuff on the floor, it's cool. Okay, I love how it turned out, guys. So anyways, that is my holiday look. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.